So, hi everybody, and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 tutorial series for absolute beginners. And we continue. This is video number 17, and we are going to create here a landscape. And let's get into it. First of all, what we do is we go here on the left side here where it says Modi, not in select. The select mode is that in which we are right now. We select now landscape, and if you select landscape, you see it pops up here a green thing. The floor which we have before, we can delete because we are not going to use that. But to select this, I can't select this floor now because we are not in select mode. So I have to go back to the select mode, select the floor, delete it, and switch to mode again to landscape. So we are back to landscape mode, and now in landscape mode we have the options. First of all, we are in manage, which means we will manage to create one. Then we are here in new, and then we are here in create new. You can import one if you have one from external files, and we can assign a map if you want, material if you want from straight ahead. I don't do this right now. And the next thing is, here is a location which we set to 0. I don't know why they set it to 00100. I want it all time from the origin, and all other things we keep. The next thing is interesting, section size. Here you can go absolute to make an absolute big map here too, like open world, but careful. This has, I'm not sure if this has the same properties like the open world. Perhaps you can activate it as well, but in this case we are going to make a small map like this one, or even smaller. Let's see this one. Yes, I think I make a very small map because, yeah, it's better, easier, because I want to also design it a little bit. And the next thing is, here is a section and per component. This is you have to read this, what this means, but when I actually click on 2, it doubles the map, which I don't want right now because it's bigger enough. And it gives also this, read in the documentation what this means, how to use that. And here, number of components, and so you can select here as well. And I think I press now create. So that said, while it is creating, let me show you here something more. We are here manage. It will change to sculpt later when it's created, and it will here is one more paint. These are options which you can make. Sculpt means in general we can create mountains and landscapes and valleys and something like that. Then paint means we can paint this mountains. For example, you want to have white on the top as snow, and on the bottom perhaps you want rocks, and on the side you want rocks, and on the bottom you want, for example, brown as a road or something like that. And yeah, and what we have here, yes, we can, of course, you can go here for material as well. Not like me, I didn't assign here any material at start, but if you have, for example, you make here, let's say, a grass ground, then you can select here grass material or any material you like, and use that. And here we have here some more. Let me explain this too while this is creating. You can here import, select, add. This one is very important. Add means we have created here this map with this size, but we can add here like more parts if we want. We can manually add them and make it bigger, or we can even make this one smaller with delete these two ones and move and resize. You can test them out. This is only changing the map things. So we are back. This takes so long on my machine. But anyway, let's continue. And you see it switched from manage to sculpt, and what you see here in the middle is a brush, and this brush is to create a landscape. I zoom a little bit out. Let's I think Now, I think we don't need this right now. Let's dock here on the side and dock on the side, and this one we don't need at all right now. So let's watch this a little bit. And this what I have here is Sculpt, and which means let's watch a little bit Sculpt here. Sculpt means when I click now here, it will create a mountain. The problem here is this one has a very big circle, and which means it is the reach. So we need to decrease that. To decrease that, we go down here. Here we have here options here, and the options. This says we have here tool strength, but this we will talk in a moment. Brush size. So we go to the brush size and say that's much too big, and you make it like you want. I say perhaps I need this one, so I create here mountains or something like that. And then this brush fell off is the, we have here two circles. The fell off is the between of the two circles, so it's going there a little bit down too. You can change this one when I make this one here big, or I say no fall off, and then it covers the whole circle. So I use this one for creating mountains. So I set it here. So the middle circle will create the mountains, and the outer circle and the space between will also create it, but it falls off like it say. So, and then the tool strength here is very important too. Let's go to this. Tool strength means when you click to create this one, how fast it creates this, for example, in our sculpt mode, which is going up. I show you that in a moment how, but let's set this, let's keep this one, and let's start. Before we start, we have think one more thing, and this is how you want create your map actually. So an idea of your map. So my idea is very simple for this demonstration. I want create just here mountains, and then here mountains, and then here let's create here also mountains. Not the neo here, yes, like so mountains or something like that. And here let's make here a boss. Here some monsters which we kill, and that's it. So let's do this. This is so my map idea for this one, to demonstrate all the features what can, and then we can go on here later too. Let's see how we make this. So I press now the sculpt mode, and you see it goes up, and this one I make just these mountains here, which I perhaps not use later too, is the player should not walk here to the corners, and I will make there later blocking volume as well. So we make here mountains, good. Then we make here mountains, good. And here we will see. But there is one more interesting thing what you can make here. When you right click, and there is a on the bottom play from here. If you want to see this in action, so this one would look like this one now. So you can make your mountains and see how this looks like. And right now there is a strange behavior. The mountains are moving when I'm moving, and this is an LOD feature which we have to disable. And how we disable this feature, we click here, right click, we go back to the select mode here on top to select, and this time we select our map, and I bring back my details panel. And in details panel, we go to LOD, it says here, and max LOD level, and you can read the tooltip what it says, or watch this on the documentation, and we set this to 0. This means don't use LOD levels, which means it will stay now all time the same. We can test this, right click on it, play from here. Yes, this is, and my mountains looks now okay. For test purposes, definitely okay. And let's go here a little bit back. Let's go to our select mode, our landscape mode, so that we can go on with our sculpting. Here I want to show you one more key binding, I think, which can be which can be good. So first of all, for example, later when you want to go back to this position, you can press Control and then the 1 key, and then after you press that, and let's say I change now my position here, and I do something here like so, more mountains, and here also more mountains, and I want to go back to the position which I showed you before. I just press the 1 key and it jumps back. It's very handy for designing, very handy for places which you are interested in to go back. I think you can press Control 2 and Control 3 to save more positions, and then press just this keys to jump there. It comes very handy for designing. So, and now I make here play from here fast. Yes, we have mountains. Here we walk, and there it should. But here I think the map is now too little, right? And that I show you now too. I said this map would be cool if I selected the smallest map at all. So what I can do now, I showed you that. We switch here to Manage. Here is our Add button, right? And we add just what we need. So I say I want walk here more. That was too small. Okay, I add this one. I add this one. I add this one. I add this one. Because the map is just too small, right? And I make it longer, but not only longer, but not on the sides. So now I have a much bigger ad. Then I go back to my sculpt here, left top, and I go press 1 to switch to my positions. You see, I'm there fast. That's nice. And let's right click here, play from here, and we check this. Yes, this is longer. And behind there, I want to make later a boss or something like that, right? That's not bad. And I think I make it even a little bit longer. That's cool. Let's make it a little bit longer. Match. So I can fight here a little bit more later. Add. Yes, add. Oops. I added. I add this one. Yes, I added too much. And if you added too much like me, I show you how to delete this as well. And I showed you already I think that's enough now. There is the delete tool, for example, and when you switch to this, and then you can delete, of course. You can even delete here in the middle and things like that. And that's also very handy. For example, you want make here a fall off and a player. Let me play from here. So later you make here space, and then of course you use later assets and more styling. And when the player comes here, he dies, something like so. That's nice too. So we go back to well, I press 1 again, and I'm here, and we can keep this one, we can add this one. So, and I think let's make this one. So, and I think what I should show, I go to sculpt again, and let me show you. I think that's the parts which I wanted to show here, but we will go here a little bit more styling because that was under the beginning, and designing take a lot of time. So I will not sculpt all here and show. I will more show you the tools, and the designing thing you will make on your own. So I will not make it here on online, so that I don't waste too much time of you. Okay, that was it so far for this video, and in the next video I think we have to go on here about more tools and settings, and see you there. Bye.